Hope Dreams! Hope Dreams! There you are. Hello there, Nate Jackson, Criterion Collection Reviewer Guy here. Number 289, Steve James, Frederick Marks, and Peter Gilbert's Hoop Dreams. Now, before we get started, obviously, I would like to point out the elephant in the room. What the fuck happened to Burden of Dreams? Which actually is sitting right here. Which is actually sitting here as we speak. Here, see, and there's proof. I have this thing. They give it to me in this. They gave it to me in this. Here, look, say there it is. See, I have Burden of Dreams. See, they gave it to me in this big ass box because of the booklet and because this book of, I guess, like a diary entry that they made, or I guess it's about Werner Herzog or something like that. And so they included this diary, and so that's why they gave it in a big box. So anyway, I tried watching it, and the disc won't play. I don't know, and I mean, I can show it to you guys. I don't know if you can see this, but they put all this stupid, like, these libraries put all this stupid, like metal and plastic, like, you know, for security reasons and things like that. And I don't think they realize that this will, like, you know, not all DVD players aren't always meant to run it. You know, I tried it on my computer, I tried it on my PS3, and either wouldn't play. In fact, the PS3 ejected the thing, and I'm like, wow. So, I'm gonna have to try and get another copy and hope that the next one is better than this one. So this left me in a conundrum, and I was like, okay, do I put this off? And honestly, I'm just kind of like, I'm in a place where I don't feel like waiting around. And we've skipped so many, you know, we've had to pass on a few days, and I just said, you know what, let's just do what we have, you know. And obviously, I just put F for Fake on hold, I think on Thursday. So that one, it's on its way though, so hopefully we'll get it Tuesday or Wednesday. And yeah, so hopefully get to that one by Thursday. But for now, we're just going to move on because we've got so many already. And so I said, well, the next one is Hoop Dreams, so let's go and do it. So this is the review for Hoop Dreams. We will get to Burden of Dreams and F for Fake when the time comes. But for now, Hoop Dreams, Hoop Dreams. Oh man, what a crazy documentary. What a very crazy, just trippy documentary. 1994, 171 minutes, color, stereo English, blah blah blah. So this is a documentary about these two inner city Chicago kids, Arthur Agee and William Gates, Agee. I'll call him Arthur, or just call him Arthur and William. These two kids who their dream is to play professional basketball, but they're in high school, and the movie follows them through 5 years of their life, through their high school career, and you know, just shows all their struggles. I mean, it shows them on the court and off the court. They both have very different. They both have different struggles of their own. Arthur is, you know, has a very low, comes from a very low income family. His mother and father fight, and his father leaves him during the movie, and ends up selling drugs at one point. And but then he gets himself reformed and comes back, you know, around his, I think, junior or senior year. And his mother, you know, ends up being on welfare. And you know, so Arthur really struggles, and Arthur is one of those kids who, like, wants to succeed and knows how to plays his game well, but you know, doesn't have his grades up and doesn't really seem very interested in his grades. It takes a lot for him to, you know, for people to kick it into his head, you know. And you know, at the end, you know, obviously he rises, you know, obviously at the end, and he does well and all that. But yeah, he's still kind of like, he's a bit of a problem child throughout the movie. A lot of it is his family life. A lot of it is just he's struggling, you know, live with his mom and his, you know, his siblings, and you know, just struggling trying to survive in that respect. William, on the other hand, I don't think we get a lot. I don't remember getting a lot from William's family. What we do get is apparently, you know, throughout the movie, somewhere in the movie, William becomes a teen dad, and so we meet his girlfriend, or his baby mama, if you will, and his daughter Alicia. And so yeah, so he has that, but William's big struggle is, I think, somewhere in his sophomore year or junior year, he tears a ligament in his knee, and so they're able to fix it, but that puts him off the court for a long time. And so he tries to, and when his first game back, he's still struggling with his knee, and he ends up losing. And, this costs him, this, beats down his self-esteem. And then, on his grades are slipping because of, him being off the court. It seems like, he was only he was motivated to do well in school through everything that he was learning, in basketball, everything that he had to do in order to, do well and, to get into a good school, where he could play professional basketball or college basketball and all that. So, yeah, we have these two kids who are, in similar aspects. But the most interesting aspect, I think, the most interesting aspect of it all is obviously, we get them through 5 years. We see their evolution, and it's a trip how much grown they are, how grown up they are at the end of the movie, at the end of their senior year of high school. And we don't get too much interaction between the two kids. I mean, I think the best scene is, I think, when you see Arthur. I guess Arthur comes out to William's game where he loses, and I think it's like at the end of his it's like the last game of the career, like when they're going out for the playoffs, and I think his team they lose the game, and so they're off the roster. And so Arthur comes by and supports him and gives him a hug, and it's just it's like these two forces, through separate, they have the same coach, but these two forces, getting together and and showing support for each other is really neat. It's really nice, to know that these two figures, the filmmakers weren't just trying to get each storyline, separately. I think the filmmakers let them know, hey, we're filming this other kid, and so I was like, oh yeah, I want to meet him, so that might have been what happened. It's not too clear. But anyway, but the most interesting aspect about this movie is that at the end of the movie, we get a little just a small final word from Arthur and William, and it seems like they're not as interested in playing professional basketball as they were, because they went through all this hell in high school, and they talk about I think Arthur says he wants to go into communications, and that they want to keep playing basketball, but it's not a huge priority for them anymore. And it's just an interesting observation on how, if you work on something, I guess some things, when you're put through hell, sometimes some dreams, it's weird. I want to call this movie pipe dreams now, not hoop dreams, it's become, I don't know, it's hard to describe. I know there's a way to describe it. But right now, all I can say is it's just a trip how they evolve, not only from their dreams evolve, not only do they evolve, but their dreams, they become more realistic, and they just kind of fallen out of the whole, living the basketball life thing, obviously throughout the movie, we get a lot of, just great inspirational moments, and the games are very, I was on the edge of my seat, because I'm not a sports guy, but basketball's one game that I know how the game works and all that, so it's a trip. I mean, just on a personal note, I tried out for my junior high basketball team when I was in the 8th grade, and I didn't make it, but the point is I tried, because I just wanted to do something. I thought it was kind of cool. Some of my friends were doing it, and I was like, basketball is a game that I've always kind of enjoyed a little bit. I don't watch it religiously or anything like that, but if a game's on, I'll take a peek at it. But yeah, so Hoop Dreams is a fantastic documentary, showcasing what can happen when you chase your dreams at a young age. Will you keep going on, or will you become realize that maybe you should try a different path? And I think in both cases, Arthur and William both grew past the basketball phase, and yeah. So anyway, so anyway, that's Hoop Dreams. Rating. Give it an A. I might get this one. Because it's long. It's very, very long, and apparently the length was a criticism for which is touched on in one of the supplements here. But honestly, when you look at how much, obviously how much they had to film, how much, obviously they went through 5 years, so, they had to pick and choose, So anyway, but yeah, that's not the problem. I mean, I don't see really a problem with this. It's just a fantastic little documentary. It gets dark at times, but, such is their story, So Hoop Dreams gets an A for me. Yeah, so obviously this is the 2005 edition. Last year, Criterion released a double disc special edition of this, and I wasn't able to get a hold of it. But if I do, I'll try to review it because there are some supplements. I think there's a new documentary of with Arthur and William following them today. Or just life. It's called Life After Hoop Dreams, and I really want to see that. I love those. Like when they make documentaries and then they come back to the documentary or the subject of the documentary years on. That's really interesting to me. So I wish I could have seen that, but for now I'll just tell you about the 2005 edition. The other big supplement is Siskel and Ebert were huge fans of this movie. And they talked about it, in the year 1994, when they were talking about Best Picture of the year. It was their Best Picture, So there's a 15-minute segment montage of clips from them talking about the movie, and So anyway, so that's just them just saying 2 thumbs up and all that, and being angry at how it's snubbed. And there's a whole segment about how the Academy Award nominees, like the process might have had to have been changed, at least in the documentary sense, because of Hoop Dreams snubbed from being Academy Award in the documentary because of its length, and I guess it's subject matter or something like that. I don't remember exactly what they said, but something along those lines. So it's interesting to see just another glimpse. And I remember when I was younger, I used to watch Siskel and Ebert. I don't know why, just because I wanted to see them say 2 thumbs up. I don't know. So anyway, and then there was a theme song for the movie called Hoop Dreams. The song called Hoop Dreams, and and I didn't pick up on it when I was listening to it throughout the movie, because they open the movie with Hoop Dreams and they close it with Hoop Dreams. But they made a music video for it to promote it, and I don't know how many of you out there are simultaneously Prince fans as well as Criterion Collection fans, but this one had me sick. The rapper in this movie in the music video is Tony M, who was Prince's rapper from the early, late 80s to early 90s, 92, 93. And so I was looking at him that's Tony M, and I totally didn't pick up on it. I didn't even read the little blurb that Criterion put on the DVD that says featuring Tony M. I was I just hit play and watched it, and I was that's Tony M, and I was listening to his run. That's him. Oh my God, I was I totally didn't pick up on that. So that was a trip, and so I think just for that little piece of history, as a Prince fan, I might have to pick it up just for that. So anyway, and then the other thing is the trailers. So the other thing that was really interesting is, I guess, when this movie got accepted into the it did well at Sundance, and so they had to find a way to promote it better. And so they made two separate trailers. And so it's funny what they call it. They call one of them the Sundance trailer, which is this very which this movie shows that plays fanfare for the common man, common music, and 2 inspiring stories about 2 African American stars, basketball stars, and it shows clips and it plays has clips from Siskel and Ebert giving it 2 thumbs up and all that. And then there's the African American trailer, which is basically which for me translates to the theatrical trailer, which uses the Hoop Dreams soundtrack, doesn't have a lot of people talking over it, and just says just says Arthur, William, two boys, one dream, Hoop Dreams, Hoop dreams, you will believe. You know, it's just like very urban-esque, and it was just like, oh my god, this is kind of racist. I don't know. I deemed it kind of a little race-driven, and I was just like, really, what the fuck, you know? But it's still really interesting. So yeah. So for these little like, I think at this one, I mean, I'll definitely get it for the supplements are definitely make up. I mean, well, they don't make up for anything, but they do really supplement the. Basically, I enjoyed the supplements as much as I did the movie, and that's saying a lot, considering a lot of the supplements are just, you know, I mean, well, some of it is the fact that, you know, a lot of the supplements we've been sitting through are, you know, just a bunch of Italian people or you know, French people talking, you know, about movies for 4 hours on end, you know. So it's nice to get something a little more concise and, you know, especially something just surprisingly awesome. So anyway, Hoop Dreams, great movie. Yeah, hey, probably will get the Blu-ray. So anyway, so that's it for me today. So obviously, like I said, Burden of Dreams is next. I think we're gonna keep plowing on. So yeah, I think we're gonna plow on, which means that tomorrow we will get to number 290, Luis Buñuel's The Phantom of Liberty, and then Tuesday we might get to another one. Burden of Dreams if we get it, but if we don't get it, Burden of Dreams will not come by Tuesday. Burden of Dreams will be a little bit longer, but we will probably get to, I think, 291. Heaven Can Wait. We'll do that one maybe Tuesday night, if not, definitely Thursday. And then obviously, and then if we don't get anything else, we'll get Flowers of Francis, and then I have to actually go ahead and put a hold on the next couple because. I mean, obviously, like I said, I have Flowers of St. Francis, Alcazar, Balthazar, Gate of Flesh, and then I can't remember the other ones. I think Story of Prostitute is one, and then Crazed Fruit, which I thought I had in this pile, but it's in the other room. I'll get it. I'll show you guys later. I did get Crazed Fruit, and I know there's a couple others. Unfaithfully Yours is another one I need to put a hold on because that one's coming up soon, and yeah, so anyway, so we're going to keep moving on. As far as the rewatches are concerned, again, Branded to Kill, I'm having a really difficult time getting the Blu-ray of Branded to Kill. I'm trying to get it from Palo Alto City Library, and they're not sending it over. I don't know why. And I can't find a copy of it, and I'm really adamant about doing the 2011 special edition of this. I don't want to do the original 2000 or the 98, 99 pressing of it. I think it's 99. So I want to do the reissue of it. And I have Tokyo Drifter, but I don't have Branded to Kill, and I'm having difficulty finding it. So I'm thinking I might end up passing on it for now. If I don't get Branded to Kill by the time Tokyo Drifter's due, or if they don't send it off or anything like that, then I'm just gonna say screw it. And the only two rewatches we'll do this season are Element of Crime, which I put a hold on, Element of Crime, and Qui-Gon, and I hope I'm getting the 2015 edition of Qui-Gon. That's what it says on the catalog, but you never can tell. I'm pretty sure it is the recent remaster though, so the reissue. So anyway, so we got 2 more reissues, and then I don't know, however many, 13 more new movies, and I think 13 more new movies. Yeah, no, 13. About 13 more new movies, yes. Yeah, 13 more new movies, and then we're done. And then the showdown, and then all that review and all that stuff. So, anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Don't give up on your dreams, especially if they're hoop dreams. And don't sell drugs. Don't become a drug dealer. And just keep your head up. And that's all I got, really. Anyway, so that's it for me. Thank you for watching, and we will see you tomorrow for The Phantom of Liberty. If not, later tonight. Probably tomorrow, though. So, anyway, that's it, and until then, goodbye.